like to welcome Utsav Mathur from Gmetry. Welcome Utsav to TiEcon 2019.
Thanks so much, Raki. It's an absolute pleasure to be here.
Sure, we would like to welcome you from SITAARRE TV. So, Utsav, could you please tell us about your initiative?
Well, I'm the founder and CEO of Gmetry, which is a virtual and augmented reality platform on which anyone can create content. We work primarily in learning and development, where we're training some of the largest workforces in India, like Airtel, Bosch, PVR Cinemas, among others, and now starting to train the Indian Navy. And also we're kind of in the retail tech space, where clients like Big Basket leverage our platform to take conversion rates up to 30%. And that's something that we've proven consistently. So that's primarily what we do. And now the intention is to come over to the States and try to kind of, explore the market over here.
Fantastic. So could you please give me an example? When you mentioned that in the space of education, learning and so on. So could you please give me a use case or an example so that our audience could understand better what we are looking into?
Absolutely. So when you have a large workforce, for example, the workforce of Airtel is 50,000 strong, or PVR Cinemas has 8,000 people across India, right? And then you've got the same thing going on for people like Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks over here in the States. And so what happens is the attrition rate is very high. It's 44% quarter on quarter. And you don't want to invest a lot in training each and every individual. In that case, solutions like ours would simply work on the trainee's phone, where they would be able to use the power of virtual reality to be able to, for example, come face to face with the customer, right? And be able to understand, and then based on how they interact, how they speak with the customer will either, they'll be able to resolve, let's say, a sour scenario, or the customer will walk off, right? So basically it's interactive. You feel very, you feel like you're in the spot, because the regular training otherwise is just doesn't recreate the same thing as actually being in a store, right? So it's as good as on-the-job training that it can get, and that's primarily what we bring to the table.
Fantastic. That sounds like a very interesting information for, especially for companies who are looking to train their employees.
Absolutely.
And so on. So this, if I understand, this product is specifically for big companies, enterprises.
Yes, for companies with large workforces which are spread out, but at the same time, let's say you're a dentist with 20 centers in California, it's still something that can help standardize your training, because you've got new people joining every single day, right? So yes, as in it's something that's focused, or for a large company, it makes absolute sense to invest in it. But even for a smaller company, precisely because compared to video-based learning, or compared to the typical ways of learning, we take retention rates up to 75%. And video-based learning, just for comparison, is at 40 to 45%. So it allows you to retain a lot of this information a lot better compared to any other medium out there.
I see. And just out of curiosity, so as a user from a company, is it possible to measure our progress as well?
Absolutely. We've got a full-fledged analytics suite built in, where not only can you recreate each and every individual's journey, but you'd be able to actually go out and be able to say that this particular person had an engagement rate of was spending this much time focusing on the right things and this much time focusing on the wrong things. We'd be able to take each and every individual's performance and be able to rate it, and then even link it to your incentive system if you want.
I see. And I understand that you have been chosen by Facebook. Could you please tell us a little bit more about it?
Sure. So Facebook ran a program back in India called the India Innovation Hub, which was exclusively for virtual and augmented reality startups. We turned out at the top of that program, so pretty much Facebook saying that we're one of the top VR AR companies back in India. And actually, I was here on an invitation from them to attend F8, which was a conference that they run. And then, of course, that's what brings me here as well.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So my last question, so what is your key takeaway from TiEcon 2019?
I think it's it's really interesting for me to see the kind of ecosystem that has been created by such a interesting group. The kind of companies that I'm seeing all around and the people I'm interacting with are just phenomenal. So it's very good to see the entire ecosystem that TiE is creating and opening out access to companies like ourselves.
Thank you very much for all the information and all the very best for the next steps. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Raj.